It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. We'll see the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Brooklyn Nets. It'll be the Nets off the tip. Here's Irving. Six to shoot. Pass to Bembry. Nifty move. Davis with the defensive effort. And here are the Grizzlies. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Patrick Mills. That's his first foul. For three, Allen. Now Conley. To the inside. Davis drawing the double team. Outside Irving. Hits a three-pointer.
Kyrie Irving, such a consistent threat to score from anywhere on the floor. That time he goes to the three-point game.
Pass to Allen. And a miss there on the triple. Harden from outside. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Into the lane.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Here's Harden. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Pass to Irving. Inside. Here's Claxton. Back to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. And it's off from three-point range.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Outside Conley. Pass to Allen. Fires the three. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. Gasol. This one for three.
And people have criticized Harden for his defense before. But the truth is, he's showing tons of improvement in this area.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. You can feel the energy here in Barclays Center. The Nets looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn.
And really an incredible playmaker his entire career. Harden has taken that up a notch, and he now often looks for his teammates first.
Right wing. Here's Bembry. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Down low. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And huge assist totals for Harden, which is also a reflection, Greg, of the talent around him.
And he's played with some of the best finishers in the game throughout his career. What changed starting last year was his mindset, making him all that much more difficult to defend.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Good on the triple.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
No good from Irving. We've seen a quick start here for the Nets. It's a three-point game. Sinks the triple.
And without a doubt, one of the most advanced scorers this game has ever seen. Harden can do damage from just about anywhere.
Now here's Harden. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. To the paint. To halt the run. And he sinks the layup.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Here is Harden. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Here's Irving. And he banks in the layup.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
Inside. Out to Edwards. The Nets working the ball around now. Pass to Claxton. Here's Bembry. Shot clock at 5. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Harden's shot is good. And Greg, some players say they watch the standings. Others say they ignore them. Which side were you on?
You know, at times I did a little of both, but I typically wanted to watch, especially when my team was relevant. There's a couple years where I had no desire at all to see where our team was because I knew we were pretty close to the bottom.
How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
And a new group in for the Nets. There's a minute 47 left in the first quarter. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Steve Nash. It sounds like they, like everyone else, will try to prevent Kyrie Irving from getting into the lane. Coach told me Kyrie's a very good outside shooter. Where he really breaks you down is with the dribble drives. You have to put bodies between him and the basket. Kevin, it's a tall order for defenders to stay in front of him. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Then offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Good on the bucket. Claxton's got his third basket of the night right there.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now here's Harden. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. To the inside. Puts the move on. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Outside for Thomas. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. 3-point lead. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played. Pulls from the top of the key. Aldridge. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Brooklyn ahead as they wrap up the first quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nets.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Well, they've established their presence in the paint tonight also, and a lot of their scoring coming from down low so far. Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Pass to Mills. Puts up a three. Drills it from outside. Mills has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And Harden with such a high usage rate, Doris, it's incredible how efficient he is.
Guys, his percentages are fantastic for someone who has to take so many difficult shots. He's not at the finishing end of alley-oops, let's remember. This guy is not allowed clear lanes to the bucket. He gets the best defender night by night. This guy has to work for every look he gets.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. From deep, Harden. And the three ball is good. Harden's got his second bucket of the night.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Mills in the corner. Offline with his three. Brooklyn trailing. Here's Harden. Pass to Edwards. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Edwards got his first points of the night.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
From deep, Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Nets passing it around. Here's Harden on the wing. Pass to Mills. Clock at 6. Here's Harden on the wing. And he drives in. A rebound by the Nets.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul. Both teams deciding to change it up. Outside Irving. Pass to Brown. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Brown's got his first 2 points.
Pretty pass by Kyrie Irving. Nothing like making your teammate feel good right there.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Brooklyn Nets are creating a fresh legacy. Kevin Durant says it's new energy, We're one of the first teams in Nets history where fans are expecting us to do good things. The basketball culture is deep in Brooklyn, and they're looking for a team to latch on to. Well, guys, it looks like they found a good one.
I agree, David. Thanks.
And inside the paint, Aldridge can be so physical, not letting anything get in his way.
Harden right side. From deep. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap, for his size, a pretty good rim protector.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The Nets with the lead. Here's Harden. Millsap grabs the miss. In the corner, Irving with it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 9.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
From deep, Harden. The shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington. They'll face the Wizards. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Outside, Griffin. Off target from outside. And here's Aldridge. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 2. Harden has a wide open look. Knocks down the 3 ball. Harden's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable. And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Irving's shot is good.
Kyrie Irving can be the catalyst, or he can be the finisher. Catch and shoot game is on point.
That will count, and it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
Tie game in Brooklyn. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And we all know that star players get a few more perks, but Greg, that can also stir up misgivings in a locker room when things aren't always equal.
Kevin, it's a great point, and coaches really have to be careful. If you're holding one player accountable and giving another a pass, that tends to lead to a fractured locker room.
Harden outside. 6 to shoot. A floater. It's deflected. Pass to Irving. Now here's Edwards. To the wing right side. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And Kyrie Irving gets the 3. Irving's got 15.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
From deep, Harden. Bembry with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 3. On the wing, Irving. Pass to Bembry. Harden left side. Here's Claxton. The 3-pointer, no good.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
It's Harden with the drive. And the jam by Harden.
And this is Harden's specialty, one of the best in the league at drawing contact and yet still able to convert.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And a key part, Doris, of Harden's game lately, his rebounding.
Right, because his ability to rake and take, get out in transition, make great decisions on the fly, it puts so much pressure on the defense.
And here are the Nets. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Pass to Mills. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 6 on the shot clock. There's the pick. Harden, no good.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And here are the Nets. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, and they'll face the Wizards. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Benbury. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
And that one drops. And it's a 4-point Nets lead.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Basket counts. Irving's got 6 points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And he lays it straight in.
It's one thing to be a scorer. It's another thing to be an efficient offensive player. Kyrie Irving doing work right now.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Connects from 3-point range. Harden's got his second basket of the night. Pass to Edwards. Irving looking over the floor. Here's the 3. That one, no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. .50 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Thomas. To the middle. Here's Aldridge. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Aldridge has got his first 2 points of the night.
A favorite spot of Aldridge's. He likes to operate as close to the rim as possible. They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Irving with a clean look. And the Nets, another 3.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense And this is the power you like seeing from Aldridge, leaving no room for error with that flush.
To the left side wing. Good on the 3-point shot. Mills has got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
And so it's Brooklyn, heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We've got more in store for you right after this. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Irving double team. Outside Griffin. To the inside. Here's Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Irving's shot is good.
An effective guard in the NBA has got to have the floater at his disposal. Go to work, Kyrie Irving. We see you, sir.
Irving double team. Down low. Here's Griffin. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Irving up top. Shot clock at 6. Tries again. And that's 2 points on the layup.
The number of ways Kyrie Irving can finish on the interior is something to behold. Left, right, over defenders, doesn't matter.
The Nets making a switch here. Harden surveying the D to the right side. Bembry. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Irving with it, and it's Harden picking him up, and he uses the glass on the layup.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Bembry. Jacks up a 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Harden draws the double. And here's Mills for 3. Harden outside. 5 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And the Nets, another 3.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Pass to Irving. That's tipped. Harden with it. He's picked up by Irving. Back to Harden. There's the triple. Rebound, Brooklyn. And here's Mills. It's Edwards on the wing. Harden right side. Shoots. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the ongoing league debate. Who's the toughest guy to guard? Harden's name always comes up.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. And both free throws good for James Harden.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Irving with it. He's picked up by Irving. Got a piece of it. And he gets it back. Harden, no good. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
And during that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear Steve Nash talking to his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
What we know, guys, unequivocally is when Kyrie Irving feels good about the team he's playing on and the situation he's in, he's one of the league's toughest players to deal with.
Fires the three. Good for his sixth make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Pass to Harden. Shoots the three. And the Nets, another three. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Brooklyn?
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one.
Yeah, something else that stands out tonight is how many assists they have.
And that three was big. I mean, it cancels out the triple at the other end, and that appeared to really tighten this game up.
Takes a step back. For the three. Harden, no good. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. The three. Offensive rebound, Nets. And now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Here's Harden. Drives to the hoop. Count it.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Inside. On its way from Irving for two. Missed. Takes the three. No good. So it's the Nets picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially
And it's the Nets on a road trip for this one. An interconference game today, looking for the win. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Look at Portland. It's a disappointing segment of the season for this team, no doubt about it, as the losing streak has continued, guys, to grow.
Kevin, the streak has been very difficult since this team has struggled of late, and the struggles may continue. They've got a really tough challenge against this team.
And Harden has such a nasty pump fake. It works every time on defenders, and the rest is relatively simple for him.
And really an incredible playmaker his entire career. Harden has taken that up a notch, and he now often looks for his teammates first.
And he gets it back. Covington. Off target from the baseline. Irving looking for an opening. Pass to Mills. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And huge assist totals for Harden, which is also a reflection, Greg, of the talent around him.
And he's played with some of the best finishers in the game throughout his career. What changed starting last year was his mindset, making him all that much more difficult to defend.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And the technical free throw is good. First quarter, just over a minute played. Down low. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And all Nurkic needs is good positioning. Once he has this, dunking is easy.
To the inside. Claxton with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's McCollum. His last outing, 16 points for him. Takes it out to Covington. 5 to shoot. Portland needs to get off a shot. Powell for 3. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. We've seen a quick start here for the Nets. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
I mean, who knows? If you want to look all the way ahead to the finals, it's possible these teams could see each other there. So both teams looking to make a statement in their first meeting of the season.
And Greg, when it comes to load management, why do we see more of it now than when you play?
Well, for me, the science of sport has evolved, and it's not just the athlete. It's the technology and the science that goes into making a better athlete. That's why you're seeing load management far more acceptable to the masses now, understanding that this is about the long game.
Covington wide open. He fires. Off target with his 3. And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. They lead by 7. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Irving's shot is good.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And C.J. McCollum graduating with a bachelor's in journalism, something he's already putting to use covering the league.
He might be coming for our jobs, Greg, but, you know, his intellect is something that serves him on the court as well, studying the game and his opponents.
And here's Irving after the three-pointer from Robert Covington. And Covington sends it back.
This Covington doing big man things, using his length to derail.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Now here's Harden. He has 5. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. .109 left here in the opening quarter. Oh, Griffin in position. Pass to Aldridge. Shoots over Nurkic. Here is Harden. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Here's Harden on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. He takes it in. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, that's not the typical way Harden creates his own shot, but it's effective. Work hard on the glass and you'll get some easy buckets out of it.
Now here's McCollum to the wing right side. Outside Covington. It's stolen by Edwards. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Harden way outside. At this time, his first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Powell, no one around him, drains it from beyond the arc.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Here's Harden. Outside for Thomas. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Nets. 4 from Portland. We're back in a moment. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Oh, at the defense spinning in circles. Hard to cover all that ground.
It's Powell on the wing. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Well, this is the kind of teammate Zeller is, willing to give it up when he has guys open.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you for the baton, Kevin. Kyrie Irving, of course, marches to the beat of his own drum. At times, that might rub people the wrong way, but Kyrie says, I've learned lessons from it. That's the most beautiful and exciting part, just the growth. What I'm saying is, it's always been bigger than the game for me. And guys, you have to respect his willingness to go it alone.
You do indeed, D.A. Thank you for that portrait.
You know, he's no longer Lob City, but Blake Griffin still has some ability athletically, and he can be a valuable piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, Blake isn't tearing down rims anymore, but he has been taking more threes. Hoping this will help prolong his career.
Now, here is Irving. Following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
It's Irving's responsibility to involve his teammates. I mean, he can, and especially when no one is covering it, he hasn't.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Here is Harden. 7 points in the game. Basket counts. Harden's got 9.
I mean, you have to really admire the skill set that Harden has. I mean, in just handling the ball, he's decimating the D with his number of moves.
Now here's Powell. He's got 6 to the paint. Here's Zeller. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Here's Powell. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the mindset of Smith. Solid at running the offense and finding his teammates who are open.
Harden draws the double. Pass to Claxton. To the middle. Nets passing it around. 4 on the clock. Inside. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's Smith. Driving in. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
A physical player. Even when you hit Smith Jr., he doesn't blink. Wills those shots in.
Outside for Griffin. From outside, off the mark.
You can't hit that one. Your teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time.
Nets leading by 5. Harden scanning the floor. Going inside. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Back to Powell. Pass to Nurkic. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
So both teams changing it up here. And it's Smith penetrating. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Irving with it. Now defended by McCollum. Outside Irving. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Harden, that's good.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. This has done a lot for his shooting percentage.
So both teams making some changes here. Trailblazers trail by 10. Pass to Zeller. Back to McCollum. Shoots. Jump shot is good that time. McCollum's got his second bucket of the night.
This is who McCollum is, someone who's ready to fire as soon as the ball touches his hands.
Now Millsap. Irving double team. Mills with it. Shoots the three. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Mills has got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The shot's good from Irving.
Nice little floater there. When you're Irving's size, it's an important shot to have in your arsenal.
Now McCollum. Outside Covington. Back to McCollum. Here's Snell. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. 13 points up at the end. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Here's Simons. Good work defensively by Millsap.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Outside Irving. No good on the three. Trailblazers trail by 13. And more than one observer, Greg, has called Irving the most entertaining player in the game. What do you think?
A lot of competition for that distinction. But Irving does some things that no one else can, at least at his level. And then you never know when he's going to give us a juicy soundbite.
And he makes the first. All right, Greg, you're a lefty. You're on the call tonight. Here we are courtside. Who do you think is the best left-handed player currently in the NBA?
Oh, it's the beard. James Harden, Kevin, no question. But Zion's going to be carrying that torch for us lefties going forward. I have no doubt he'll make us proud.
So the wing on the left. Shot clock at 5. Here's Powell. Man's trying to break loose. Kicks it out to McCollum. Over Irving. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Nets leading by 15. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Brooklyn Nets are creating a fresh legacy. Kevin Durant says it's new energy. We're one of the first teams in Nets history where fans are expecting us to do good things. The basketball culture is deep in Brooklyn, and they're looking for a team to latch on to. Well, guys, it looks like they found a good one.
I agree, David. Thanks.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Outside Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Millsap's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Takes a step back. And a wide open look for McCollum. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
I think McCollum's mechanics and mindset really come into play in the mid-range game. He's deadly from that area.
Irving double team. Back to Millsap. Down low. Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Screen by Nurkic. Puts the move on. And the shot goes in. McCollum's got 8 points.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
And the jam by Harden.
I mean, on offense, Harden has been scoring at will. It's as if there's nothing the defense can do about it.
Pass to Nurkic. To the inside. Foul for 3. It's good from long range. He's got 9.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Here's Harden. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. For Brooklyn, they have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And Brooklyn making a change here.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Now, here's Nurkic. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Portland moving the ball around. The 3 from Harden. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
They played a heads-up brand of basketball this entire game, and they've got the steals to prove it.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
The first free throw is good. And it's 6'7" with a 7'2" wingspan. Robert Covington Gray comfortable guarding power forwards.
Well, he's accustomed to it. In high school, he was the same height, but only weighed 170 pounds. Even then, his coach said he was weak, but he wasn't soft.
Bembry misses. Trailblazers trail by 20. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to McCollum. The shot from the low post is good. McCollum's got 10 points.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And here's Harden. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Now that's the way.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They've got the Wizards ahead of them, their next game in Washington. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. Harden with it, and Zeller picks him up defensively. Just 5 on the clock. It's Harden with the drive, and the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. And back in the day, Greg, Allen Iverson got criticized for devaluing practice. Now we've got healthy players sitting out of games. Has load management gone too far, you think?
Not a practice, but a game. We got guys missing games, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. But honestly, I'm really all for load management in this regard. If I owned a team and I had to invest $200 million in a player, I want to do everything I can to prolong my investment. And the reality is we've got our stars playing at unprecedented lifts at higher levels later in their careers. So I'm all for doing what we can to prolong the careers of our very best players.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
The story of their game right here. One sloppy play after another.
Both teams will make substitutions. And the call will be against Anthony Simons. That's his first foul.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Outside Irving. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Aldridge. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And inside the paint, Aldridge can be so physical, not letting anything get in his way.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Nurkic. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
And look at how well Aldridge utilizes his size, reaching out and just batting away the shot.
Here's Powell. Off the inbound. 5 on the clock. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Harden outside. Harden draws the double. Right side Aldridge. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Aldridge has got 4 this quarter.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
Covington's shot is off.
I mean, he struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Powell for 3. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Pass to Simons. McCollum with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. And finished off by Nurkic.
Defense is aggressive on him, but when you're giving up that much height, there's only so much you can do.
And Covington sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Irving with the ball. We always have some tweaks to the rules every season, Chris. What do you think the league should focus on now when it comes to the next changes?
You know, I would hope the league would address the boardroom. I hope they would address the ownership. I hope they would address management. Hopefully, the league can start to look like the makeup of the players that it employs when you talk about ownership and things of that nature.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now from 20 feet out.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for James Harden.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Pass to Brown. The screen from Brown. The kick out to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3. Another miss by Irving. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Portland. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. They throw good. McCollum.
Well, consistency is what comes to mind when I think of McCollum. I mean, especially offensively, where he scores in bunches.
Harden outside. Misses the shot. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it